What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today's the day going to take the diff out of the Transam. So I got my confirmation that the new one's on the way, so it should be here maybe 2 to 3 days. So I figure I might as well drop this out while I can. It's a nice day outside, get it all done, and that way when it shows up wouldn't be too much hassle to throw it back in. So pretty much got a buy for the diff already. So as soon as I can get out, they can pick it up and take it to its new home and go from there. Cars and Coffee is coming up at the end of next week. So today's Sunday. I don't know if I'll have the car back together for that. Not that I'm really aiming for that. Because I gotta still put a lot of miles on the diff before I can really do anything with it anyway. So we'll see. I'm hoping that this diff comes out pretty easy because it's been installed about 2 years ago, so nothing should really be too hard to get back out. Other things that I'll be doing while the car is up in the air or on jack stands, finish doing the battery relocation. So that's something I want to get done as well, because the battery that's in it is toast completely, and I got a new one in the back. I just gotta hook it up to everything properly. So let's move the focus, boost the car, line it up, jack it up, get out the stands, and pop the diff out. Alright, so before I can even move the car, I forgot I gotta reinstall my new steering wheel. So I gotta work on that. New steering wheel I went with, I got this on Amazon. It was some Chinese no-name brand, but I got rid of my Energy just because it was a 320mm steering wheel. It was just felt a little too small in the car, and this was just a very cheap suede 350mm steering wheel. It was like 75 bucks. I got a horn button because the other steering wheel didn't have a horn button at all, so kind of modified this to fit, and hopefully we'll have a horn back again. And yeah, I'm gonna put this back on, then we can start the car and move it and get up in the air. Okay, so got the car up on jack stands, got the steering wheel finished up. Figured that mounting the steering wheel, the actual steering bolt and nut for the Energy adapter pokes out too far and actually hits the actual horn button, so I cannot use the horn for now. Not a big deal anyway, but that I'll have to address later. Just put a spacer behind the steering wheel, use some longer bolts, and I can hook it back up. So no huge deal there. So now we're gonna take the rear end apart, drop it down, lube everything so that when the new one shows up, everything's just pretty much bolted in, slide the new drive shaft on, and complete some brakes. Away we go. So let's get this out. Alright, so here's where we're at. So I started to kind of soak everything, just some penetrating fluid, just so they come out pretty nicely. Everything's pretty well clean still. I don't see it giving me too much problem to come out. The bolts are pretty tight still, so without doing this, since my impact gun is done for, I'm manhandling this with a breaker bar. But starting with the panhard bar, I'm going to take that off. Then the torque arm, going to unbolt that, just swing it out of the way, and then kind of go from there. Yeah, I don't see it taking too long to really come out, per se. I'm going to leave the drive shaft plugged into the hands, because when I pull it out, it's just going to start dumping fluid. So we don't want to do that yet until the new one shows up. Alright, so sorry for the wind noise if there is quite a bit, but getting off the sway bar end links, so you're going to need a 13mm socket and wrench for a top, and spray it really good if it's been on for a long time, just with penetrating fluid, so it doesn't really kind of round down on you and try to come out. They come out pretty easy. I'm now working on the torque arm. I'm going to unbolt it, swing it out of the way, and unbolt the drive shaft. Then from there, we will start to undo the control arms and get a jack, support the diff itself, and then lower it all out. So not too much further to go. Like I said, when you're doing this, for sure you want to really lube everything pretty good to get it all out in one shot. So I went ahead and disconnected the e-brake cable lines already. I sprayed the brake line because I will have to remove them for the new diff. So just they're easy to come off once I get the whole diff out of the car. So it's not a hard process, just tedious, especially if it hasn't been touched in a long time. Since mine has been installed or fairly recent, it's not giving me much hassle at all. So I'm just kind of going very slow, just kind of seeing what I need to take off and don't need to take off, or clamp as well. So I got a main clamp on the brake line feed to the T fitting. So that I'm going to unbolt from the diff itself and just take the lines off as one shot and leave it on attached to the car itself, instead of disconnecting it from the car. So that's the plan. Alright, so torque arms undone. The control arms are undone. Just gotta kind of support the diff up and slide them out on both sides. I'm gonna undo the dry shaft just from here, and then undo the shock mounts and lower her down, and she will be out. And she's out. So, I'm gonna wheel this into the garage, topper's off, brake lights are off already, and then see who wants to take home. So, I'm going to put on the newer lower control arms. The Strange diff has lower control and brackets already, so I don't have to worry about taking those off, and that will be that. Now it's a good time to check my brake, e-brake on the calipers themselves, make sure that they're going to work properly this time because they were giving me problems before. Other than that, this will be it for now, but she's out free and clear. So another thing that I'm going to do at the same time while I got the rear out, I'm upgrading the control arms. I'm doing the BMR, fixed control arms and rear adjustable pan hardbar. So that way I can reset another diff after it's back in. I'm going to use the factory one as a guide to just kind of adjust this right now as a starting point, and then go from there. Once the new diff is in, we'll get the car up on a hoist and then properly line it then. So that's pretty easy. It comes with a hardware kit, so don't have to worry using the old bolts, which were pretty crusty anyway. So I'm just going to throw these on really quickly, and then that'll be the end of today's episode. Alright, and that's the wrap up for today. So diff is all apart, brakes are off, ready for the new owner, and the car is going to sit like this for a day or so till the new diff shows up. So for now, that's it.